Hey guys, welcome back to Motor T Scale Models. This is John. Let's take a look at what's going to go on the bench next. This is going to be a 1966 Chevelle station wagon. This is a 1/25th. This is a 2004 Revelle monogram release. I got this kit out of a bundle that I had purchased from a gentleman. So this looks like it'll be a pretty cool kit to put together. This is the California wheels version. Not sure how we're going to actually build this, but if you take a look at the kit, it's got some really nice information on it. So kind of breaks down the skill level. This is a skill level 2. So let us take a look on the inside and see what is inside the kit. Alrighty. So one of the first things that we see here on the kit is the main body of the vehicle. This is a station wagon. I personally have never built a station wagon before, so I'm really looking forward to building this one. Right off the bat, typical Revelle kit, very quality build or material. I absolutely see no issues with flashing. Love the fact that it's got holes pre-drilled for some of the trim. So that looks really good. Good deal. So we will take a look at that and see which direction we want to go in. Like I said, I haven't figured out my color scheme yet. I got to work on that and determine how I'm going, what color I'm going to paint it. So let's get all this out. All right. So we have the interior. It's got the bed for the back. It's got the bottom bench seat. Well, that's pretty much all that there is to it. Don't see a whole lot of flashing on this, so we're probably going to be good there. You got your front seat, your tailgate. You got a tire cover that goes probably on the inside. You have your door panels. Really nice detailed door panels with all the trim speakers. This is probably the backing of the front seat. I'm not too sure what this right here is. I'll have to figure that out later. Alright, you got your hood. Real nice vents on the hood. Your tailgate, your front assembly, your A-frames, and a larger bag. Inside of this bag we have the motor parts, your exhaust, looks like maybe some trim for underneath the hood, some different things like that, starters, steering column, your manifolds. Okay, on this one you have your rear axle, differential cover, heater hoses, looks like maybe upper or lower A-frames, springs, hood pins, shocks. Real nice quality. The dash, this comes with the brake, clutch, and the emergency brake. The actual accelerator is already molded into the floor pan. You have your dash cover. This is going to be your steering linkage out to the A-frame, and then your steering wheel. We also have our lower chassis assembly. Real nice detail. You can really work on this and do a lot of good things to it. Have your radiator and your radiator support, your air cover, which looks like it's going to come in 2 pieces. I think that's going to be your master cylinder. Alrighty, so the chrome, and I'm going to leave this in the chrome package. So you got your front, your outer rim, and you have your inner rim. It's beautiful. This has got disc brakes with calipers that go to it. Real nice grill that's got nice lettering on it. Some more trim with some nice lettering on it. So this is really, really nice quality. All kinds of clear pieces for the windshield and the side panels. We have another chrome tree. This is the second part of the air cleaner. Your wiper blades, mirrors, valve covers, the interior piece on the steering wheel, carburetor, door handles, rearview mirror. Alrighty, we have our wheels. They are not bad. I mean, they're not bad, but they're going to definitely go to the rims and tires I got there. I have another set of rim and tires that are a little bit bigger. I may try to see if I can use these, but if not, these will definitely work. Okay, so let's put some of this stuff back in the box. Excuse my arm for reaching in front. And then we'll get into the instructions and the decal sheet and kind of go from there. I just finished working up on a MPC kit. It was an older kit, obviously, but man, was it was a nightmare. The instructions were very minimal. Didn't have a paint scheme on it, which is fine, but a lot of flashing. So going from an MPC, an older MPC, into a Revelle kit it's very refreshing. So typical of the Revelle, the instructions are very well written and very well diagrammed. So again, I'll go in here and I'll mark down all the colors that, like, you know, if I want to go a two-tone seat or whatever, I'll go in here and write all that stuff down. That way, as I'm going through, I can make sure I'm getting the right colors in there. So it doesn't look like it's going to be too hard of a kit. But anyway, a lot of chrome, a lot of fine details towards the end, which I like that. Again, love the decal placements that they have on here, and oh man, the decals are beautiful. You have your dash panel, you have your radio, you have your Chevelle emblem for the grill. Love the fact that it has the brake rotor decals, your rear window, California rims, and then, you know, these flames right here. And I kind of do like those flames. They're kind of like in a wood grain. So I don't know. I may see what I can do with that. But anyway, so that is the unboxing of the 1966 Chevelle station wagon by Revelle, the California wheels. It looks like it'll really be a very fun kit to work on, and I will jump into it and decide the color scheme I'm going to go with, and maybe figure out some other stuff that I might want to add to it. It looks like this has, you could either go with a 6-cylinder or 8-cylinder on these motors back in the day, although this one is probably going to be the 327 V8 or maybe the 283. Anyway, so alright guys, we'll catch you in a little bit. Alright guys, so looking over the actual body, there are some molding lines that I want to work on. Kind of trim these down a little bit so that looks a little bit more factory. They're just the molding lines. Maybe make them where they're just not so sharp. But other than that, I think that'll probably be about all that I'm going to have on here. Alright guys, so what I normally do is I'll take an older file, a little sanding file, and then I'll just sand kind of in a rounding motion there to kind of take some of that sharpness off. Of the kit itself. I mean, I don't mind it having a crease on it, but it doesn't need one as sharp as the mold line. So that's just my way of doing it. Some of you guys may have a better way. I try to watch your videos, and if it looks like it's something that I'll enjoy, then or I'll utilize, then I'll sure steal it from you. And I'll be the first one to tell you. I'll copy it. I'll give you credit if I can, obviously, but I'll never say that it's my personal thing. But yep, I'll sand it till it's not as sharp, and just kind of make a curving rotation until the black line is gone. I try not to use the real coarse side of the sandpaper. Or a sanding stick. I like to use the finer side. And then just keep working it and keep working it until all the black is gone. And that should work out really good for you. So anyway guys, I'm going to work on this a little bit more, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, so I've got all the main engine parts that I need for right now. These will all be one color. So what I do is once I trimmed them off the actual styrene, then I go around, or the tree, what do you want to call it, I go around and make sure there's none of that, which is what everybody else does, none of the little points. So get where it'll all fit together good. So I'll put this part together, and then I'll go back and I'll paint this. That way it's all one color. And it usually works out pretty good. Anyway, so what I'll need to do is put a clamp on the back here, and put a clamp on the front. And we'll let that dry for half a second. It doesn't take very long. So anyway, looking over these parts, I am going to go ahead and do the wires, the distributor wires on this. So I'll get some of those set out. I'm not sure what color I'm going to go. This actual model kit, it calls for a yellow chromed motor. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with the traditional Chevy red or Chevy orange, whatever you want to call it, and kind of go that route. I know it's going to be better than it's modified and not a stock vehicle, but that's alright. So just a little bit of glue there. Oop. Make sure it's seated again. Go with a little glue there. A little across the top. since it glued, I'll go with a little bit more right down. Alright. So get the heads on. Make sure they line up right. A little bit of glue there. Glue there. Now hold it for a bit. I'll do the same on the other side. Once I get it lined up where I want it. Oh my gosh, my dog's barking. Sorry guys. Alrighty, and then we have the water pump that goes on, and it will go on right there, just like that. So I'll give it a little shot of glue. And then this thing will be ready to let it dry. And then we will hit it with a little bit of primer, and then we'll decide or get the colors mixed up for that. Alright guys, we'll be back in a little bit. Alrighty, so I have laid the paint down on this. I decided to go with a purple and a black outside color, however you want to say it, but I really am kind of digging it. We'll see how she basically turns out. Roughly these type of, if I can get it done right here, so roughly these type of rims up under it. So I think she'll look pretty sharp. So basically on the colors, I went with the, wrong one, sorry. I went with the Wicked, here it is, Wicked Violet. So use this, and then I just kind of mixed it with the let's see if I can find it here, with Wicked's 40-20, and then just a little bit of well, I can't find it here. Let's see, this ain't it. Anyway, just mixed it with the different Wicked colors that it asked for. Alright, so I use a little bit of the 40-20 automotive reducer. It's about 10%, and then also used a little bit of this 411 reducer. So I think it'll make it look really sharp, as it shows here. I'll end up spraying it with some probably I'll lay down some future floor polish on it. That way it'll give it a little bit better looking shine to it. But I do like the color scheme. Wasn't too sure about it, but I think she's going to turn out pretty good. Anyway guys, we got some more work to do. We'll be back. Alright guys, So let's take a look at where I'm at right now. Let's take a look at the paint job on the body. So I decided to go with the purple and the black, and I don't know, what do you think? I think it's alright. I don't think it turned out too bad, so I'm just not going to hold it that much. But let's take a look at where I'm at on another part of it. So I went ahead and put the motor together, and I've got it kind of weathered out. I applied some of the black Pentaline accent color to it. I have used this model car distributors from WestCanalsales. These are really good pre-wired distributors. Some of the other ones, the wires are so thick and they're hard to maneuver with, or to manipulate, I should say. But these are a little bit easier to manipulate. So I like these a little bit better. They're not that expensive. They're about $4.99, something like that. I bought a ton of them to have. So and I thought kind of the blue wire would look good. Oops, would look good with the interior. There we go, interior of the motor. So what I'm going to do here in a few minutes, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a tutorial real quick, because people have asked me how do I wire up motors. So I'll come in and I'll do this. It's nothing hard, I'll guarantee that. It took me a little while myself to figure out how to do it, but I got it figured out. I have a little coil right here that I'll put right there on the motor, and then the coil wire will go to that. So anyway, I'll be back here in a minute, and we're going to wire this up, and I'll show you how I do it. And if you have any better ways, or if you like the way I do it, that's fine, let me know. If you have a better way or a different way, comment and let me know. Alright guys, be back here in a minute. Alright guys, so let's take a look at one way that I do the plug wires on my motors. So I like to pretty much separate which wires go to what size, or what side I mean, and then obviously this one right here will go to my coil. So I try to work from the furthest one away. I'll move these out of the way here, and then I'll take my snips, I'll cut it. I take just a touch of super glue, and I'm not so worried about whether on these, I'm not so worried about whether I got the firing order right. I mean, there may come a time that I'll do that, but I'm not worried about it. And that's pretty much how I get them in there. Usually try to take my finger and just go just below the manifold. Because I can always trim it off if I got too much, but I can't put it back on if I don't have enough, if that makes sense. So let's take that one, give it a nice little curl, and stick it in there. Just long enough for it to stick. And that is pretty much the way I do it. So I'm going to work on this, and I will be back in a minute. Alright guys, so working on these, I got the first two done, kind of like we did on the other side. I'll pull them down just a little bit tight, not super tight, but a little tight. Give it a snip. And I do save the excess wire that I have left over. I save that for some other kits that I might have, or some other needs that I might have. Now this particular one, I'm going to add that one right there. Turn out the way I want it, so I'll just rearrange it right there. Now, you see what I'm talking about. Sometimes they don't want to cooperate. There we go. That's what I was looking for right there. Oops. And I got it in there. Once it gets glued down, I'll be able to separate the two wires, make them look a little bit better. And then on this one, snip it. Touch of super glue. A little bit of a bend, then stick it in there. Give it a second to let it there we go. And that's pretty much the way that I do my wires. That one's up a little high, so what I'll do is I'll pop that one back out. We will snip it again, give it a little bit more glue, and then we'll add it back in there. Lot better. Now you could tuck those down. This thing sets up a little bit high. Like I said, these are the plug wires that I use from WestCanalsales. It's an eBay store. They're pretty reasonable. You can get them in different colors. I like them. They're not as stiff as some of the other plug wires, so they work out really well. Alright guys, I'll be back in a minute and we'll have this finished up and I'll show you the end results. Alrighty guys, so here is the end result of my engine work. Not perfect. Drilling the hose makes it a lot easier, but I wanted to show you one way you could do it without drilling the hose, and the next time I'll show you how to do it with drilling the hose. Anyway, so we're going to put this inside the old station wagon. We'll see how she looks. Alright guys, we'll talk to you later. Just a few minutes, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so let's get a quick update in. So I've got the interior pan finished. it went okay. Had to do some changing a little bit. I was wanting to do purple seats with black accents here in the center. It just didn't work out, so overcame, adapt, and hit it with black. I did get the black on the back part for where you put stuff, store stuff, and I think that turned out really nice. So I got my shifter, did my details on the inside, highlighted the window cranks and the door open. So I've got that looking pretty good. I've got my my dash is looking pretty good. See if I can get a better light on it. There we go. So it came with decals. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna come in and do a little bit of black wash to kind of highlight a little bit better, but I think it turned out pretty good. I've got my steering wheel painted black. And I got to do a little bit more for that, but I got my steering wheel painted black, as you can see. And then this will go on the inside, the horn assembly. So I'll get that set up. I know I've showed you the vehicle, but I don't know if I showed you this part. I got the interior in here painted black, so I'll come in and do some detail on the battery in order to detail it out a bit. So I think she's starting to come along pretty good. I've got to come in and do the window trim. I'm going to do that here in a few minutes, and we will go from there. So I'm going to get this thing set up, do a little bit more window trim, and we'll be done with the outside of the body for the moment. Alrighty guys, so we are going to work on the wheels per se. We're going to put the disc brakes onto the decals onto the actual rotor discs. Alrighty. Oh Lord. And then we'll work on fixing these things. Oops, sorry about that. So that they fit on there a little bit better. Alrighty, a little bit of this. Alright guys, we'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright guys, so we've got the wheels on. I think it's looking pretty good. I went ahead and painted some black on the center. You can see back in the back in there the red calipers. I went ahead and painted those red. It's looking pretty good. The interior's done, so not looking too bad. And it goes on there kind of like that. Got the motor done. We have got the body glass So we got that in. So the glass is not looking too bad. And then on the inside, we've got our dome light, our rear view mirror, painted those black inside there. Went ahead and chromed this out, finished up on the battery. So we're at the point we're just waiting for some parts to dry, and we should be getting pretty close to finishing this kit up in the next few videos. So wanted to kind of bring you up to date, show you where we're at. There were some parts on this kit that was not needed. I guess it had extra parts. Oh yeah, on the hood I went ahead and added the vents and then the chrome piece underneath. So I think that's going to look pretty daggum sharp. Give you an idea. So anyway, I guess looking pretty sharp, coming along, and we are going to continue doing some work, and we'll be back with you in a little bit. Alright guys, so I have finished the 1966 Chevelle station wagon. I think it turned out excellent, in my opinion. This is a Revelle kit. It is, or it was released, let's see if I can find it here real quick. This is a 2004 Revelle kit. It's a 1/25th scale, and this is part of the California wheels. So as we talked about in the beginning, but this kit right here really was an outstanding kit to build. There was no fitment issues anywhere on this kit, which is really a good thing. So I want to kind of show you what we got here. Set it back here just a little bit, do a walk around. So I went with the Createx Wicked Colors, and this is the here it is, Wicked Violet. Alright, I painted that color, and then I just used a Krylon Satin Black on the top and the hood. I went with a different paint on the interior as far as the floor. I did the Royal Violet in the apple barrel. It's a water-based acrylic paint, and I painted the seats black. The cargo area right back here, I painted it flat black, as you will see in the building of it. So let's see if I can pick this thing up. Alright, so did get a little bit of glue right up in here. The window didn't go on too good. I might be able to just scrape that off. I didn't think about that. Anyway, so I'll work on that later. It appears that right there is just going to scrape right off. Oh, that's a good deal. Well, I didn't know that that was going to happen. So on the window portion, I used Mod Podge in order to get the glass to stick, and I'll get that cleaned up. I used a Sharpie. Used a Sharpie on the windows and the front trim. As you see, there's a little bit of a hiccup there. For whatever reason, this is the only one issue really, is that the hood just doesn't fit down really well. But I did the headlights. I did those also in the Mod Podge. Let's take a look under the hood. Alright. So under the hood went really well. I got it painted up pretty good. Added the hood latch. I went with chrome on this part right here, just kind of get a little bit more pop. Wired it myself. In the actual windshield wiper, add a little green on the interior of that, made it look a little bit better. Went ahead and used black paint on the inside of the rims. On the underneath, everything fit really well underneath of it. The motor and the actual drive shaft just fell into place, which I usually have problems getting those two to match up, but this one fell in right where it should have been. I added a little bit of rust on the exhaust system. I was going to trim this off and put a piece of metal tubing, if I can find it in here, piece of this metal tubing right here, but I decided not to. The way it's kind of got a curve, and I just didn't really want to cut it and try to glue it back in there. All in all, this kit went together exceptionally well. I really had a blast building it. Wasn't too sure how the color combo was going to go when I thought this up. You know, I really wasn't for sure. And as I painted it and got it put the purple on and put the black on, I looked at it, I was like, oh man, I'm not sure if this went real well, but I like it. I definitely like it. On the back, I added the California wheels decal. This kit had some really good decals that went right here. It says California. The lights back on the back didn't go so good, but that's alright. But anyway, so that is my California Dreamin' 125th Revelle model of a 1966 station wagon. And again, this was probably the most fun kit I've had putting together, just because fitment was fantastic. The wheels and everything went together really well. I didn't really have any issues, and I'm sure this issue on the hood has something to do with me. I normally don't put the hinges on, and that may be an issue there. It could be an issue with the actual air cleaner tilting up just a little bit, and it does set a little bit high in there. That could be part of that issue there, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. So, alright guys, tell me what you think about this build. If you're new to my channel, thank you for coming and checking it out. If you have been coming to my channel before, thank you for coming back and checking it out and give me all the good critiques and information that you guys provide. I do watch as many of the videos as I can from channels that come to my channel. Try to get some new ideas how to build. If you take a look back at some of the ones I built in my first few videos, they weren't all that great, but as I watch YouTubers and content creators out there building models, and I tend to take what they do and try to add it into it, the models are getting a little bit better. So thank you for coming back and checking it out. If you like what you see, hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. You know, the more people that subscribe, the more I can get out there and see what you guys are doing, and give me a little bit more ideas. Hit that notification button to let you know when I'm uploading a new video. And other than that, guys, I appreciate you and thank you very much for checking out my channel. We'll see you later.